Hello YouTube, this is Queen Violet 8, where it's good to be queen, coming to you with a new haul video and just, seeing what I've been up to lately. And the first thing I want to talk about is this collector's edition for Monster Menu, the Scavenger's Cookbook. NIS did an awesome job, and I'm looking forward to the Skya 7 collector's edition with the teacup and all the different little stuff that they're going to put in that. They're getting better with this. I'm like, if you ain't at least got an art book and a soundtrack, you ain't doing too much for me. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is the soundtrack. And it's a really, really good soundtrack. My favorite tracks are 3, 5, 7, and 10. Really nice soundtrack. They do great music. Really energetic and upbeat and, just adventuring music. Really well done. It's a 2-disc. So you got plenty of songs on there. You got a total of 22 songs in the entire collection. Some are shorter than others, but they're all really, really good. Now, this surprised me when I saw it on the website when I pre-ordered. And these are salt and pepper shakers, y'all. And they are true to size. You could use these if you wanted to. They are usable. I love the back. It says spice it up. And then the front of it says Monster Menu, the Scavenger's Cookbook. These are really well done. Real nice. Love the little artwork on there. Look at the little bird. And all the little dishes that you can make. The little red peppers and fish and stuff. Really, really nice. Like that. Then you get the art book, which is called Survival of the Fullest. I thought that was so funny. Instead of Survival of the Fittest. It's got a ton of art for your characters, monsters, the food that you can cook, the fowl. Look at that, the fowl. Very cute. The monsters. All the food and stuff. Bug rice. My goodness. Meat bun. Bug bread. Oh, me. Smoked sausages. I don't know why, but that just don't look good to me. Ew, charred spiders. But anyway, I have been playing the demo, and I was lucky I got mine the day before it came out. It actually came in the mail to me, and I was really, really happy to get it a bit earlier. And the box is really nice. Really, really nice. It's got the little emblem on the side. Them on the back eating. Really cute. I love the artwork. It's so very Disgaea. It feels Disgaea 6 and the upcoming Disgaea 7. Really cute artwork. And it comes with this very adorable apron. I haven't opened this. I don't know if I even want to. But it's really cute. It's got the little scavengers or hunters symbol on there. Really, really cute. Really cute. I have played the demo, like I was saying. I'm not too far in. But I'm really happy to be playing the game. And just so happy to have the collector's edition. Because, I mean, they're doing really good stuff with these collector's editions. I am so surprised, truly, at how good they've been doing. But as of right now, I've been playing Ys Chronicles 1 and 2 on my PSP, which I'm really, really happy to have. I didn't know how expensive this game would turn out to be when I got it, but I kept hearing Happy Console Gamer talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. And I was like, let me get that. And I had gotten it and hadn't played it yet. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and play this game. And so I got started, and man, it's good. And that soundtrack, woo, I tell you, they do Falcom and music. Yes, they know what they're doing. They really do. Really like it. But that's what I've been playing on my PSP. And also went ahead and picked up Death End Request. This is the first one. This puts me in the mind of Blue Reflection, and I'm gonna explain why. When Blue Reflection came out, nobody was really, into it at first, and suddenly, by the time I got around even trying to get it, Second Light was out, and you couldn't find the first one, and I got a feeling this is gonna become similar to that. I could barely find this version for the PS4, and usually you can find a PS4 version all day long. Like I've said, the Switch versions are harder and harder to find. But I got this one. It's the PAL version, unfortunately. This was the only one I could find, but I think it was $27, so I say that's a win. in my book, because I'm about to get a few more PS4 games. I have been out of the loop on some stuff. Like, I had forgotten about Shenmue 2 and 3, and I have not finished those two. I finished the first one. Do you know where sailors hang out? I mean, that's all I heard. And the last move that you have to do before you can leave the country to go chase what's his name? Juan Lee, I forget. The guy who killed your father. What was his name? I can't think of it right now. But I said I wanted to finish that series, and I haven't done it yet. And the games are still very cheap on the PS4. So I'm about to back up and grab a few more. I mean, there are plenty to be had. You know, I still got to get Guilty Gear Strive, and I haven't gotten it yet. I need to do that. But yeah, good game, RPG. It's similar to Sword Art Online. I think everybody's pulling a Sword Art Online these days. But girls playing the game, can't get out of it, locked in. So there's a guy, he's trying to help her get, you know, out of this game that she's stuck in. And there is a part 2, which I got to pick up before it becomes harder to find. But if that's, you know, up your alley, it's really good, actually. Idea Factory, you know, they give you that fan service. You know, they're all about that. But interesting game. Play it if you're interested. Then I picked up a few games for the Vita. Some were way cheaper than others. I was surprised. Cheapest one I bought was this one. Code Realize, Future Blessings. Didn't know it was on the Switch. Didn't know it. I'm going to have to pay attention. I got to listening to, what's her name? Resting Peach Face. Girl, you hurt my wallet. But she be selling these Otome games so big and bad. But the one I mainly played was Sweet Fuse At Your Side. And I talk about that all the time, but I really like that one. But I picked this one up. It's compatible with the PlayStation TV, which I do play some of these on that. But I don't have that much room on my Vita. I have like 2 16-gigabyte memory cards, one's for the TV and one's for the Vita. But it's all good. As long as I can get a physical copy and not pay too much, I'm good. Then I picked up both of the last 2 Hakuoki games for the Vita. There's Kyoto Winds and Edo Blossom. I have played, what is it? Demons of the Fleeting Blossom. Here it is. This one is the very first one. So if you want to know how it all got started, you'd have to play this one. Really good. The girl, she's pretty funny. Always trying to dress up like a boy, gets caught by them, and they're going to help her. But it's based on the real life Shinsengumi, which is really fascinating. Then I picked up some more Otome games. This is, I'm going to say it wrong, I'm certain. Birushan. I'll just say it that. Rising Flower of Ginpei. This is also similar to Hakuoki, but instead of you being, you know, a guy, you're a girl, and you're the last of your clan, and you're out for revenge, and they're going to help you pretty much. Glad to get this one. Idea Factory. Really looking forward. Let me just read it. Several years after the Heiji Rebellion, the Heike clan has ascended to power while the Genji clan licks its wounds. The young heir to the Genji clan, named Sano, lives isolated from the conflict until forced out of hiding by the Genkai. Now they must enter the fray while keeping a dangerous secret, of course. The youngest Genji heir is a young woman. Of course she is. It never fails. I thought for sure she was going to be bold enough to actually say I'm a girl, but you couldn't do that back in the day. They thought she was weak, but well, you know. She's throwing her dice in with these guys to try to overcome her enemies, and they're going to help her. You got your, you know, targets. It's always 5 of them at least, and there may be a hidden target of 6. But interesting game. I heard Rest in Peace Trace talk about this, and I went ahead and picked it up. Then there's Peel 4, Faded Memories. And I'm really looking forward to this. This is a gangster one. And this is going to be interesting. I can already tell them to like it. And pretty much, every dude saying, if we get this girl, you know, our clan's going to be better, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just going to read the back of it. Navigate a world of organized crime. 3 mafia families fight for control of the Burlong city. And Lily discovers that she's at the center of their deadly turf wars. Her encounters lead to danger and distraction. Drawn into the shady world, she realizes there is no going back. So yeah, you're stuck. Got to pick a guy. Once again, 5 capture targets. This is really looking interesting. There's another version of this. I think it's like a collector's edition or a more up-to-date or an ultimate edition of it. Because you could tell it was like 1962 or something was on it. I really want that one. I may get it later, but I think I want to play this one first. But there's this Harry Potter one that I just downloaded a demo to, and I think I may play that one instead. Then I picked up, and this is one that everybody talks about, Collar X Malice Unlimited. This is one you want if you want to play the Collar X Malice games. And I'm just going to read the back. The danger has only begun. Return to the thrilling, deadly world of Collar X Malice after exclusive interlude, after story and Adonis play modes. Build up new relationships while picking up the paces in the aftermath of the first X-Day incident. I have not played this one. It looks interesting. New adventures released for the first... Oh, they put a lot of extra stuff in here that we didn't get in the Vita version, but glad to have that one. Then I picked up the very first Code Realized. This is Guardians of Rebirth. And this goes along. Future Blessings is after this one, so I plan on playing this one first once I get finished with Ease Chronicles. But this ought to be interesting. And the girl right here, there's something wrong with her. She just poisons everything she's around. Everything dies around her. She's trying to figure out why. And you've got like different people like Sherlock Holmes and what's my boy Van Helsing helping you out, trying to figure out what's going on. Seems really, really interesting. Venture into a reimagined steampunk version of the 19th century London, following the tales of poison-skinned maiden Cardia and the men trying to help her. Really cute. I think that's going to be a good one. Then I had to make sure to pick this one up because I enjoyed the first one so much. And this is Fairy Fencer Elf Refrain Chord. This time you've got your muses and they sing. And every time they sing, there's also, you know, a enemy muse. She debuffs you, but the girl that you're with, the green-haired girl, she helps you out. She'll give you buffs and help your, you know, strength up, protect up, stuff like that. But the other girl who, when you're fighting her, she debuffs you. So it's, you got to pick and choose what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. But I really enjoyed the first one. It was really, really funny. Looking forward to playing this one. And I really, every time you transform, that little J-pop music starts in the background. And it makes me laugh every time I hear it. But really good game. Then I walked right in and picked this one up. This is Advanced Wars Reboot Camp. I do have these on the GBA, but when I heard they were coming to Switch, I had already pre-ordered mine when they said they were going to come out last year. But, you know, everything that's going on, they didn't release it then, but I got it. And I was happy to grab this real quick. It is a strategy RPG, but it's military-based. Really, really good game. I enjoyed the ones on the GBA. I finished the first one. I didn't even start the second one, but I think I'll just start all over again with this one. Then I picked up Mato Anomalies. This feels like to me, and I haven't gotten too far, but it's similar to AI Samina Chronicles. It's a total thing where it's a cyberpunk. You're diving in these people's minds, trying to help them defeat their darker selves before they become monsters staying in this cybernetic world. But fight for what you hold dear. Mysteries, rifts revealing demonic creatures are opening up across all of Mato, a city already rife with conflict. Our story begins as Detective Doe teams up with the exorcist Graham to investigate these anomalies, which are the demons who people turn into. It quickly becomes clear that there are much more sinister secrets to unravel at the heart of Mato. Unlikely allies will form, but what is the price for uncovering the truth? This is a really interesting game. A lot of people didn't really talk about it. I think I heard Fuva Dogs talk about it and somebody else talked about it. But it's a pretty easy game when you get started. It's not really, really hard. But looking forward to this one. And then I bought a book that I should have read years ago. But, you know, when you're young, you don't think about that. and that is The Never-Ending Story. I have never read this book. When I was younger, I saw that movie, I could tell you a dozen times. And I never, when you're younger, you don't pay attention to the opening credits where it says based on the book, blah, blah. And when I got older, I was like, wait, there was a book to this. I've never read it. And I love that movie. I watch it every time it was on HBO Kids. Yes, there was an HBO Kids back in the day. And I'd never read it. And I plan on doing so because they say they leave out a lot of stuff that's in the book. Some people say it's much darker than people think it is. Because every time he makes a wish, he can't remember something that really happened to him. He begins to forget himself. And I'm looking forward to reading this. I also picked up, excuse me, Iron Widow. There's also, I think it's called Iron Tyrant. It has not come out yet. I had it pre-ordered. I don't know when we'll get a physical copy. This is by a YouTuber named, I'm going to butcher your name, I'm so sorry, Zhuan J. Shao. I'm probably saying it wrong. But it's so Gundam Wing. It just feels like Gundam Wing to me. And pretty much our main heroine, I just read like the synopsis and I was like, I'm going to buy that. My girl, she pretty much is able to pilot this huge mecha. But the thing is, got to take two people, boy and a girl. So usually the guys pilot this thing and they're fine. But the girls die from the strain of it. So the men all live, but the women all die. Except for this girl, our main heroine. She lives perfectly fine, but all the guys die. So that's the reason they call her the Widow. Nobody can seem to withstand it, and they all just pass away. So I'm looking forward to reading this. It sounds really interesting, and hopefully we'll get that second physical copy. I don't know when. They said they're just jerking the poor girl around. I hope she, can get that done, because I like a physical book. I'm not a person that wants a Kindle in my hand all the time. I'm trying to get away from so much technology, because when I grew up, we didn't have all this. People didn't have a phone in their hands all the time. And I like, a physical book in my hand, which I have no problems with. I took it everywhere. I used to read much more than I do now. I just don't have the time. But I'm looking forward to that second one. I want a physical copy. I'll wait on a physical copy. But what are you reading out there? What are you listening to right now? Are you enjoying any shows? For me, I've gone back and started watching, I've been behind on my Bob's Burgers for a minute, but really enjoying that, and I went back to watch One Punch Man. But you guys stay safe out there. Later days.